Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a fun little vlog. I'm going to be showing you guys my trip to Puerto Rico with my friends. So it's just going to be a little ramble, just showing you guys around. So these first few clips were us getting ready to board the plane. Then we made it to the rental car place, and honestly, renting a car was super convenient. After that, we went grocery shopping. Since we were staying at an Airbnb, it was convenient for us to just have some things at the house. We ended up getting, earlier in the clip, it showed medalla, which is their local beer. We love trying different beers from different places, so the medalla was really good, did not disappoint. And yeah, here's just some things that we picked up to have at the house. This next clip, I'm gonna be showing you guys the Airbnb. That was the little backyard, back porch, the kitchen. This was the living room, the dining table. And what I loved about this Airbnb was that we all had our own room. So I had 4 rooms and super spacious. This was my room. I loved that I had a full-length mirror. I was also next to the restroom, so that was so convenient. That's my friend Lily's room. And yeah, so that's the medalla beer I was telling you guys about. We decided to go ahead and just try it right away because it was a long day, so we needed a beer. So here we are getting ready. We landed at about 10 a.m. and by the time we did everything, it was already like 3 p.m. at this point. So we're like, let's just get the day started. So we ended up getting ready, and I can't remember where we went first. I will find out right now. It's me already, just showing you guys the fit and the makeup. I'm also recording some clips with my Ospo, my new camera. So yeah, we ended up going to San Juan, Old San Juan, for dinner, but we did have to stop. We did have to stop and take some pictures, of course. We went to dinner and then we went for some drinks over here. I didn't get any clips of dinner, but we went for a little bar afterwards, and they had like this little Jenga set. I got an espresso martini. I was already a little tipsy at that point because I had some drinks at dinner. And here is my friend. So we had said we were gonna do some TikToks throughout our trip. So she's trying to show us which one she wants us to do. We didn't end up doing it because we never learned it. And here we are in Casa Bacardi. Casa Bacardi. It was so beautiful in there. As you can kind of see, I didn't get many clips outside because it was really hot. So I was just like sweaty and a little bit uncomfortable, but we finally made it inside to the mixology class. And this was so fun, you guys. We learned how to make 2 different cocktails. I cannot remember the name of the second cocktail. I think I was already a little tipsy at that point. But the first cocktail that I'm making right now is a classic mojito. Mojito. It's a classic Caribbean cocktail, and it's usually made with rum, so it was perfect to make at Casa Bacardi using Bacardi. And the lady who was instructing the class was super nice. I loved her energy. So this little experience was definitely 10 out of 10. One thing I learned that you see me doing here, the lady said that you're not supposed to like squish the mint, like muddle it too hard, which honestly I always see bartenders doing at bars. She said you just kind of press it a little bit to release the mint. And she said if you do muddle it too much, it will basically be like chlorophyll water. And I've tried making mojitos before a while ago, and I do remember it wasn't right. So I think that's like the main takeaway I got from this class. Yeah, here we are cheersing and the group was so fun. We had like a group of like girls on their graduation trip, we had some guys on their bachelorette, we had different couples on honeymoons. Like it was just a lot of different groups, and I loved the vibe of this class. You can see it was like a big classroom, and we were all cheersing and enjoying our first drink. This is my first mojito that I enjoyed. And this is the second drink. I didn't get clips of me making it, but it was really good as well. And we got to take our drinks with us. After Casa Bacardi, we stopped by a bar in Old San Juan, and we just were like, let's keep these vibes going. And so we just got some cocktails. I think I ended up getting another mojito just to keep it the same. And here we are. We just took a little walk in Old San Juan. It was really hot, you guys. So later that night, we wanted to go out and dance. So we were looking for like a club scene. So we ended up at this bar, but it was not the scene or the vibes that we were looking for. So we just ended up getting some espresso martinis, and they were really good. We enjoyed them, but then we left and we wanted to go to La Placita, which is a very famous street where all the clubs are at. But our Uber recommended we go somewhere local. I think it's called Calle Serra, something like that, where he recommended. And so we went there, and it was so much fun. We danced the night away, as you can see in all these clips. They played really good music. We did regret not going to La Placita just because it's like super famous and popular and a thing in Puerto Rico. So we do regret that, but we did have so much fun here at Calle Serra. And the next morning, we woke up early to go to the beach. After 2 days there, we had finally gone. This was the day we were finally gonna go to the beach. We went to Crash Boat Beach, and it was a 2-hour drive from San Juan, where we stayed. And this is just a little bar that they had there, and we would come over here. It was across the way from the beach. We would come over here because we wanted to use their restroom because the beach didn't have any restrooms. So we had to buy drinks to use the restroom, which was okay because I did want to get a drink. And this is me and my friend with our drinks. And these are some of the vendors there at the beach. We were looking for piña colada. So I saw this sign right here, and I was like, oh, but I wanted to keep going and see what else they had. They had so many good stuff. They had snacks, different types of alcohols, and so I got these piña coladas. And we're back at that bar because we had to use the restroom again. And it started raining. I don't know if you could tell in this clip. I was trying to get the rain. But yeah. And later that night, we went out to dinner. This was probably one of my favorite dinners that we had. It was a cute restaurant. I forgot what it was called. But the food was delicious. And it was just good vibes. Those are some drinks my friends got. I didn't get one because I was just so tired. I was done with drinking for that day. And here's our dinner. We all got steak and some shareables. But yeah, super fun. And the next day was an early morning because we took a ferry to Culebra, which is an island like an hour away from the main island. So we woke up super early because the ferry took off at 7, I believe. So here we are boarding the ferry. We were super nervous for this ferry ride because TikTok was saying that it was really brutal or like shaky. So we all took Dramamine and hoped for the best. But once we were there, it was not bad at all, actually. Me and my friend just stayed up kind of chatting to distract ourselves. And before we knew it, we were there. So it wasn't that bad. And then here we are, we're finally at Culebra, and it was raining a little bit, which was a little bit sad, but it's okay. We were hoping for the sun, which we did eventually get. And here we are. This is a little ride we got to the golf cart rental place, and it was like super scary riding back there. Honestly, it was super bumpy and open, like you literally had to grab on to all your stuff and to the pool so you don't fly off. Yes, so this is Culebra, and then we finally got our golf cart. So me and one of my friends went to go rent it, and we met up with the other two, which you can see right here. We're like, get in, we're going shopping. And this is the golf cart ride to the beach. It was like about a 15-minute golf cart ride. And here we finally are at the beach, and that's us paying for it. And this is Culebra. I was so hungry because it was such an early morning. So once we got settled and rented some beach chairs and umbrellas, I went to the little stands and got myself a drink, of course, a mojito, and a little burger and fries, because I was like, I cannot enjoy my beach day if I am hungry. So first thing is first. And this really satisfied my hunger, and I was good for the rest of the day. Here we are at one of the little bars. It was like this little area where they had different bars and snacks. I look a total mess. This was after I had already gone in the water, which I never get in the water, but I did because the water was beautiful. And that's at the end of our beach day. We were looking for a restaurant before our ferry took off. We ended up finding one that we were so happy for because it was going to be authentic Puerto Rican food. So, but here we are. These are just the streets of Culebra. It's like a really tiny island. And here we are at the restaurant that I had mentioned. And we tried mofongo, which I was looking forward to. I tried the chicken mofongo, and it's like fried plantain, something like that. I'm not sure, don't quote me, but it was delicious. And then this is us the next morning, the day we were going to leave. We noticed that there was a coffee shop right next to our Airbnb, and so we went to go check it out, and it was so good. The coffee was great. We had some breakfast before we headed to the airport, and actually we had a few hours to kill before the airport, so we found this cute rooftop bar, and so we went to go get a little drink before our flight, because why not? Look at that beautiful view. And so we got some martinis, and that little purple spritz was delicious, super refreshing. And this is the view from the bar. It's a great way to end the trip. And we went to the airport and had some beers, and that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.